You run from silence as if it were the enemy, but silence is not your foe. It is your forgotten friend. It is not emptiness. It is fullness, too deep for words. It is not the absence of life, but the place where life reveals itself beneath the noise, beyond the chaos, underneath the surface of your daily survival. Heraclitus said, "Character is fate, and you cannot know your character until you meet yourself in silence, until the world's voices fall away, until your own voice is all that remains. And then you must ask yourself, who am I when there is nothing left to perform? Who am I when no one is watching? Who am I in the quiet? You are not your schedule, not your titles, not the weight you carry for others. You are something deeper, something eternal, but you can only remember that in stillness, in solitude, in silence. You have been trained to fear silence, because in silence, the illusions die, the distractions fade, and you come face to face with the truth. And the truth is that you are divine, that you are whole, that you have always been enough. Socrates wandered the streets, not to fill silence, but to awaken thought, and you must do the same. Wonder your own soul with the questions that matter. Why am I here? What do I love? What have I forgotten about myself? What must I let go of to be free? Freedom does not come through noise, through consumption, through speed. It comes through the stillness. You avoid the moment you stop running, the moment you sit with yourself, without agenda, without judgment, without needing to fix anything. In that moment, you begin to hear what the world cannot tell you, what no teacher can give you, what no book can contain, the wisdom that flows from within you, the knowing that you were born with, but buried under years of proving, performing, pleasing. And in the silence, you will cry, not from pain, but from recognition, from the beauty of remembering what you are, from the power of meeting yourself again for the first time, without fear, without masks, without shame. Epictetus taught that no man is free who is not master of himself, and you cannot master what you never meet. You cannot heal what you never feel. You cannot rise if you never sit with the weight of what holds you down. You must make time for silence, not once, but daily, not as punishment, but as return, not as withdrawal, but as reunion with your soul, with your truth, with the God within you. The ancients knew this. They built temples, not only of stone, but of stillness. They knew the sacred is not found in shouting, but in listening, not in conquest, but in contemplation. And you must return to this path, not because it is easy, but because it is real. Silence does not solve every problem, but it reveals which problems are real and which are illusions. It does not erase pain, but it shows you how to carry it with grace. It does not change the world, but it changes how you see it, and that changes everything. So stop fleeing your own depths. Stop filling every moment with noise, with distraction, with escape. Turn off the world and tune in to the eternal, the timeless, the sacred presence within you. There is a voice there that is not your fear, not your past, not your critics. It is the voice of your soul, the voice of God, the voice of truth. It is quiet, but it is clear, and it says, you are free, you are loved, you are enough, and you will never hear that voice until you are still, until you are silent, until you stop running. So be still, be quiet, be here, and listen. You are the silence. The world teaches you to measure your life by possessions, by positions, by applause. But the ancients, the wise ones who saw beyond the veil, they measured a life not by what was held in the hand, but by what was held in the heart, not by comfort, but by courage, not by ease, but by endurance. What you own can be lost. What you build can fall. What you earn can be taken, but what you become through suffering, through trials, through fire, that is eternal. That is the gold no thief can steal. Socrates stood in the streets of Athens, poor by the world's measure, but rich in soul, for he had something greater than wealth. He had the unshakable self. He had the wisdom to know that enduring hardship with virtue is greater than ruling empires with vice. When pain arrives, when grief knocks, when storms break over you, that is not the end, that is the beginning, the forge of your soul, the test of your spirit, the moment when your true strength reveals itself, not in resistance, but in resolve, not in avoidance, but in endurance. Aristotle said, we become just by doing, just acts brave, by doing brave acts, and we become strong by enduring struggle and not breaking, not shrinking, not surrendering. You do not choose what comes, but you choose how to meet it. And every time you choose to stand, every time you choose to continue to walk, even if with trembling feet, even if with shattered heart, you are shaping something far greater than comfort. You are shaping character, and character is the treasure of the soul. It is not flashy, it is not loud, but it is what remains when everything else is gone, when the crowd is silent, when the lights are out, when the applause fades. Character endures. There is no life without suffering, but there can be suffering without meaning, unless you choose to rise through it, to grow through it, to become wiser, gentler, more compassionate through it. Marcus Aurelius, who bore the burden of empire, said, if it is endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. If it is not endurable, then it ends and you are free. In either case, you are stronger than you believe, and the obstacle is the path you must stop measuring yourself by what you have and begin measuring yourself by what you have survived and what you have learned and who you have become. Not in spite of the pain, but because of it, the world will offer you shortcuts, comforts, escapes, but you must remember what Epictetus taught. No man is free unless he conquers himself, unless he walks through the fire with open eyes, unless he embraces the discipline that suffering teaches. There is no shame in weakness, only in quitting. There is no failure in falling, only in refusing to rise. And every scar is a mark, not of shame, but of survival. A mark that says, I was there, and I endured, and I became more. Plato said, the soul takes nothing with it to the next life, but the education and cultivation of its character. So cultivate endurance, plant seeds of patience, grow roots of resilience. Become the one who does not bend in the wind, who does not wither in the drought, who endures. You are not what you own. You are what you overcome. You are not what you wear. You are what you withstand. You are not your success. You are your soul, and your soul becomes luminous, not through ease, but through enduring the dark and still choosing the light. So walk on, brave soul, not away from the storm, but into it. For every step you take through suffering, with courage and faith and virtue, is a step into your highest self. Endure not with bitterness, but with beauty, not with complaint, but with clarity, not with fear, but with fire, because what you endure, you become, and what you become is eternal. If you felt inspired by our journey through the Hellenic horizons, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and share your thoughts below.